and welcome to HCS Connects. I'm Kelly Gorel with Hampton City Schools. Today, we have Mary Hollifield with us, who is our K-5 ELA curriculum leader. So welcome to HCS Connects.
Thank you.
And I know I said ELA, that's English Language Arts, for
Correct.
those that don't know all of our million acronyms in education.
There are a lot, yes.
There are a lot. So K-5 English Language Arts curriculum leader, correct?
Yes.
So new to the position this year, but not new to Hampton City Schools. So tell us, what were you doing before becoming the curriculum leader?
So the past 3 years, I have been an ELA teacher specialist. So the position that just goes into schools and supports. We do walkthroughs and give observation feedback and support literacy leaders and provide professional development at the division level. Just kind of supporting division level reading instruction.
Okay.
Making sure that there are some standards and some expectations at the division level.
So how large is the department? Like, now you are the curriculum leader, so you're overseeing the past you.
Right.
How large is the department?
We have 3 teacher specialists in the department that are K-5. There are also secondary people, but that
Okay.
I'm in charge of just 3 teachers.
So there's 4 of you,
Yes.
and we have 18 elementary schools, correct?
Yes.
2 pre-K through 8 schools. We've got Kilgore, who's got elementary as well, and Moton.
Yes, very busy.
So I was gonna say, you all must be very busy.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up? Where did you go to school?
I grew up in Toano, right on the other side of Williamsburg.
Okay.
Grew up there, went to school in Williamsburg all the way through. Went to Williamsburg Christian Academy for high school, and then I went to Lee University, which is in Cleveland, Tennessee. It's a small school for my bachelor degree. And then I actually got my reading specialist endorsement through UVA with Hampton City Schools. So I was able to go through a cohort that they offered and earn my master's in reading curriculum and instruction at that point.
So did you start your career in Hampton City Schools?
I did. I started teaching at Mallory Elementary, which is now closed. Was there for 4 years and then moved to Bassett. I was a classroom teacher there for 2.5 before I became an instructional coach.
Okay.
And then worked in that position. They kind of shifted it to literacy support specialist, and I worked in that position until I became a teacher specialist.
So what grade levels did you teach at Mallory and Bassett?
I've taught kindergarten, first grade, and second grade.
All the littles.
All the littles, they're
All
my
littles.
favorite.
Do you have a particular grade level that you like over another?
I always say second. They are young enough to still want you to like them, but old enough to be a little bit independent.
I was going to say kindergarten, you're looking at those newly 5, or
Yeah.
sometimes still 4
Still
turning
4, yeah.
5, and just the life skills are different between kindergarten and second grade.
Yes, but all grades. I mean, I've really, when I became an instructional coach, I worked obviously more in 3 through 5 and really saw, it's just a different environment, a different vibe, but they still care. They still want you to spend time and build those routines and relationships with them. So I really did kind of see the other side too.
So did you always want to go into education?
Yes. My 3rd grade teacher was my favorite. She made me feel comfortable. She made life better every time I went to school. And so since I had her, I decided, Mrs. Crocker, I wanted to be a teacher. So yes, all the way through.
And we talk about relationships all the time. A part of our strategic plan is the climate and culture and that safe, nurturing school environment. And it's not just a safe, nurturing school environment for students, but it is for our staff as well.
Absolutely.
But we really do. Our superintendent says he can remember every single teacher he had from kindergarten through his senior year and even college, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. But it's that relationship building that is crucial to the development of a young person and their learning.
Yep. I agree.
So how, kind of, going a little bit further with that, with the ELA curriculum, how does that work with our climate and culture?
I would say we do build in some SEL. That's naturally kind of built into the curriculum we purchased, but we always encourage that they also address those topics in text they're reading and, talking about friendship, talking about, building each other up kind of things. But just kind of making sure that we're always building relationships and doing those things with students. I'm sorry.
So K through 5, like obviously children are starting to learn how to read. I mean, they know how to read by 5th grade. So that's probably the most important piece of that elementary. But what else are they learning?
They're definitely learning kind of the structure of how the language is formed. The country has gone to structured literacy, the science of reading, and kind of moving into truly understanding how language works and how sounds work in words. So we're teaching that at the very basic levels, starting in kindergarten. And that structured literacy approach is something that we moved to a couple of years ago in Hampton City Schools, and the state officially moved to it last year. So we were a little bit ahead of the game, but we are starting with that. We're also integrating writing and kind of bringing in that opportunity for students to write about what they're reading and make those connections in reading and writing that are so important.
So we talk about Master Plan 2.0 all the time as a school division. It's something that we really dived into last year. And we've had the academies of Hampton for several years now, and it's not pushing the academies down to middle school or even elementary school. But we talk about now it's K-12. We're really focusing on those signature experiences. So are there any signature experiences or touch points in K-5 English language arts that our students should be looking forward to?
We definitely have different touch points in all grade levels. There are opportunities for them to read stories that are connected to the theme or topic of the grade level. There are opportunities for them to do projects. There's a dream jar that they do in 2nd grade where they put some dreams that they have about their future that's connected back to what their signature experience focuses on. And then all the way up, we kind of have those touch points built into the curriculum.
The dream jar, is it something that they get to take home with them and hopefully look at when they're an adult?
Yeah, for sure.
So what would your dream jar have said in elementary school?
It would have said I would love to go to Paris and that I wanted to be a teacher.
So you got to be a teacher. Did you get to go to Paris?
I did.
Oh, well, then you've already had all your dreams.
Yeah.
When did you get to go to Paris?
In 2017. I just kind of made the decision I wasn't going to wait anymore, and I saved up some money and went.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So what do you really enjoy about the ELA curriculum leader position?
That's funny because the last two, when I applied for instructional coach and when I applied for teacher specialist, both times I just mentioned that I like to be helpful. Like, that's my goal in life. I want to be helpful in everything that I do, and that's what I enjoy about this role. We get to help make teachers' lives easier. We get to build things in that makes it easier for them to do what's best for kids, and that's what I enjoy, giving feedback and supporting and helping grow teachers, helping grow readers, and doing the things that make teaching easier.
Well, I mean, and that's anyone in the public education realm. I mean, that's why you go in, because you want to either help students, you want to help adults.
Right.
Like, we are public servants, truly. So as we wrap up, I'm going to totally go kind of right field on you. What is one thing that no one would know about Mary Hollifield?
When I was in college, I went to the Ukraine and did part of my student teaching there.
Talk about that a little bit more. I mean, you can't just say one sentence and be done. Like, where did, what grade level? Like, what was that like?
My college required a cross-cultural experience, and it was really cool the way they did it. You got to go and use part of your tuition to help pay for the experience. So we went over there for 7 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And spent time in one specific school. There were 3 of us who traveled there together from our college, and we all worked in high school because they spoke the most English.
Okay.
So we worked in high school and we taught classes. We taught about our culture. We taught about other things, answered questions they had. But it was a really cool experience to get to see education in a different country.
Oh, I'm sure.
And to get to interact with the kids. When we left, they had written us cards and bought us presents, and just really enjoyed, building those bonds and relationships there as well.
What an experience. Well, that's a fun fact. So again, right before we finish, what is there to look forward to in the ELA world this year?
We've definitely made some tweaks from last year. Last year was a big year of change for elementary ELA. There were new standards, a new screener, new curriculum. We had a new approach to small group instruction. So last year was full of change, and we tried to take what we had and just keep improving. So we've made some new resources for teachers to use in the classroom. They made some more printable items that teachers are given that kind of help guide them through the curriculum with students, just kind of making it better and improved, refining our practices.
So sometimes I always say I know just enough to be dangerous. So last year, if I'm remembering correctly, the state decided that we needed to go to a certain curriculum.
It had to be from an approved list, yes.
Okay, so that's why we had to shift last year.
Correct.
And we always try to Hamptonize everything the best we can, but because that was the first year, I know that that was some angst and some, a little bit of frustration for some of our teachers as well.
I would say, though, we've heard a lot of positive feedback at the start of the school year that the changes and adjustments that we've made have been positively seen by teachers. They're enjoying the adjustments. They're enjoying the approach we've taken. There are obviously changes every year, so it's not like this was a year of no change, but hopefully we did hear them. We did some focus groups last year to hear, get their feedback on HMH and instruction and see kind of what they thought. So we took those pieces and tried to implement them to make just a stronger curriculum and a more helpful resource for teachers.
And that really is such a perk about Hampton as far as listening to our staff, our teachers, our support staff. We have focus groups. Our teachers write our curriculum. We pay teachers to write our own curriculum. I mean, it really is, they're the boots on the ground. We want to hear from you. You're here to support,
right,
but they're living it every single day.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, well, exciting year ahead. Again, not a whole lot of change this year, more about just improvement and support.
Right. Yep.
So I wish you all the luck for the rest of the year and excited to see what it has to bring.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us on HCS Connects. Remember, it's easy to stay connected.